Okay. And then I do put my Cash App up
Okay.
on my shows. I have been blessed a few times. Hello, hello, everyone in YouTube land. So excited to have everybody in YouTube land, Facebook, and Twitter. This is DJ April Showers, and I have a guest today by the name of the Weatherman of Tree who will be telling us all about his channel. So
Right.
I'm going to show a few videos first.
Okay.
Hey, Dana.
Uh,
Hey, Dana, and everybody that's in the bushes. This is DJ April Showers of the April Showers Network with the Truth Radio, DRT Radio FM, Leap of Faith Ministries, and author Terrence Patillo. We will be bringing you more positive shows for the year of 2022. And I am going to be introducing people that I've been trying to do, interview people that have different podcasts going on in this podcast world. And so we can help each other out by interviewing each other, bringing people on to my show, and everybody getting to know different people out there in the podcast world. So today, my first official guest is Mr. Weatherman.
right.
So I am so thankful that he chose to come on my show today and allow me to interview him. So the platform is yours. I want you to talk about your channel and what it's all about and what you've done. So I'm going to mute my mic and let you go.
All right. Appreciate being here. My podcast is called Let's Talk Under the Tree Podcast. That's Let's Talk Under the Tree Podcast on YouTube. And I grew up in South Carolina, and when a lot of the older men got off work, they came under the tree. Some told the truth, some told some lies. And, we had a good time and laughed. So everything's talked about under the tree. And on my podcast, we talk about real topics from women that's been, in situations like domestic violence. Also, men also. A lot of people don't know that. Men go through domestic violence also. We talk about nosy old people, women who has been raped, entrepreneurs that's in business. We talk about everything. Nothing's off limits. We have a wide variety of guests, not just African American guests. I interview everybody. We talked about the COVID vaccine, why most people on their deathbed who's against the COVID vaccine, but when they get ready to die, if they can talk, they wish they can take the vaccine when they're dying. We've talked about that. the insurrection. I think it was January 6th last year. We talk about that. I've also interviewed several celebrities, from Todd Bridges, Thelma on Good Times, JJ, Howard Hewitt, the singer, um, gospel artists, national recording artists, Rod from What's Happening, Ernest Lee Thomas, just to name a few. I haven't went through the whole list, but the list goes pretty long, as far as the list. Um, and actors that's been on the movie Police Academy. It's a long list. And what I've noticed in podcasting, they're just regular people, just like me and you. They just do something different for a living. And when I got into podcasting, one of my mentors told me, don't worry about the live viewers at that time. You're always filming for the replay. A lot of people don't do live podcasts, but if you can do a live podcast, that's a gift or an art. One of my favorite guys that was in the network on CNN was oh, he passed away. What's the name of that guy? Oh my God, he was on CNN with that wore the suspenders, but it'll come back to me. Um, Larry King, yeah, Larry King Live. Yeah, Larry King couldn't do a pre-recorded show because he said he felt like he was in the box, but that was his gift doing a live show. And I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet, but the opportunities that came to me in podcasting is right now is better than 1,000 subscribers, because I'm getting ready to film a short film called Sunrise. I'm an actor and an executive producer. We already filmed the trailer for it a couple months ago, and I learned a lot how filming goes. In a movie, it takes sometimes a year to make a movie. A lot of people don't know that. It depends, give or
Oh
take.
yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
but I like podcasting, and you're going to see me on the big screen next year. You didn't know that part. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and go
Now
ahead.
let's talk about this COVID thing,
Right,
because I'm having issues. I'm having issues that I took the vaccination,
right.
and I took the vaccination. I didn't plan on taking the vaccination,
Hmm.
but my cousin's son died of COVID. Hello, I am Queen Newton, and also Dana J is an actor too. That's in the in the chat.
Okay,
But what you know, I took the vaccination out of fear, and like I said, I had my breast removed April 28th, and then I took the vaccination um, September, and then October was the second. Then I think I have to wait. I believe it's 6 months, and I can get the booster. But I said that I'm done. I'm done because, you know, doesn't seem like it's helping. And I'm going back to my theory that we were just clinical research trial studies for the government. So I won't be taking anything else until some numbers are better for me.
right. There's nothing wrong with that. My view on the vaccine, this is just my views. I don't take it with a grain of salt. When we're a newborn baby, one of the first things that happen is they take the baby away from the mom. They shoot us up. That's just my views. And I looked at my age. I'm 52, and I said, well, the average person don't live to 100 anyways, average lifespan. And I said I didn't have nothing to lose anyways. That was my thinking for me, nobody else but me, my views. I probably take the booster, but after that, that's it. I'm not taking booster 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. None of that.
Mhm.
That's just for me and my
Yeah.
views. Yes. But there's no right or wrong what a person believes about the vaccine. That's
Yeah.
the chance we have to take. You got to roll the dice on it and go from there.
Hello, Honesty Smith. Everybody say hi to Mr. Weatherman. I told
Hey,
him I had some people that would be coming into the chat. And
yes.
so I am thankful that you guys are in here and are joining me with this live as I bring on people with different podcasts and different things, and, help each other out. Um,
Right.
and it's some good networking.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Another
Um,
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, you go ahead.
Another podcast tip that I would like to share. Who's ever want to get into podcasting? I started my podcast actually on the cell phone, the whole thing, and it just went from there. I didn't have any equipment and everything, but once you step out on faith and you believe it, and you're good to go. I interviewed an actor called Barry Brewer. He's on the Tyler Perry's network, and he said the same thing. He was crazy enough to believe it in himself, and if you're crazy enough to believe it, it'll come, and that's all you got to do. I agree with the young man on that level. As long as you believe, don't worry about who's watching live. You can't get caught up in that. You're filming for the replay. Always remember that. You're always filming for the replay, because most TV shows that come on are not live anyway. There was only one TV show that I remember. I don't know if you remember the show called The Rock back in the days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they filmed a live show. Other than that, it's very few that do live on the spot. So don't worry about who's watching when you do it live. Even if it's just one person or just you got to keep it going. And podcasting can be 7 days a week, whether you're filming or not. It's mental. You have to plan it. You know how I go. Yeah, and go from there. And sometimes a guest might not show up. That's just what it is. I'm starting to the format you're on. I'm on the same program. I'm starting to do pre-recordings and play it back live. It's the exact same effect. Play it back live. I like that a little better because if someone don't show up, you're good to go. You schedule it and they let you do an announcement time that you announce the show 30 minutes prior, an hour, whatever you want to do. And when you play it back, it's playing back live, just like how me and you talking right now. So that's what I like. You get into that, I guess. But I'm glad you're on here and you doing a great thing. Yeah. I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Hello, Honesty. How are you? Um, so let's talk about some of the things that are going on in the world. And
Okay.
of course, that there is COVID.
Right.
What do you think about the present administration that's in office?
From my views, I'm going to go a little bit with the past and present slightly. I'm glad you asked me that. This is my views. Whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, the average senator makes starting off about 175,000 a year, 173, something like that. But when they leave, they multimillionaires. No matter what side of the house you're on, they just become rich all of a sudden. And I'm not here to promote whether you're a Democrat or Republican, but just be open minded. African Americans are the only race of people that vote one way in the United States.
Aren't we? Aren't we?
I
We
think,
don't even vote on issues.
no, we don't.
And
We vote
that's
on
what my
motion.
parents told me.
Right.
That you're supposed to vote. When you go to that ballot, you're supposed to read and you're supposed to vote on the issue. Because some Republicans might be wanting the same thing that you want.
Right. That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
I think, unless my stats are wrong, I think African Americans are about 97% Democrats. We don't read nothing as a whole, just vote straight Democrat. And actually, the Democratic candidates a lot of times are kind of cocky and arrogant because they know automatic they're going to get our votes automatic. It doesn't matter.
Well, I think the current administration is full of a bunch of lies. Um, I feel as though they didn't even get their inauguration clothes off before they came up with the Asian hate.
Right.
They passed a bill, and I believe that that was something that Kamala told Joe Biden that he would have to do if he won, with her being on that ticket, was to give the Asian people money.
Yep.
They came up with Asian hate, gave them this money, but yet you don't want to do anything to help black people. And then just the nerve of Joe Biden to say, you're not black if you don't vote for me. Like the nerve of you. I'm so sick of people that really think like they got the nerve to tell me who I can vote for. Hey, Mr. Robert Keller, he's in here too. Um, Thank you. He says they need to get rid of the red
Yes.
and blue
Yes.
to just be the best candidate, and it
Yes.
should be.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
And another thing, next time you take a drive or a ride, African Americans, we don't have any generational wealth in the United States. Take a ride, just start counting, and this taking notes, and start off with black, 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 black. I'm talking about black, black, black as in pointing to the businesses, no matter if it's major or minor. Let me know what you come up with. It could be a gas station, anything. It's pretty much nothing, but we vote
And
Democrat.
and they keep talking about reparations, and I keep telling people we're never going to get reparations. I mean, I don't believe I'll see it.
No.
I don't believe we'll ever get reparations. So that's why I try to tell everybody everything that the government is giving out for free, because we are not going to get reparations. Joe Biden does have a phone that you can get for free internet. You just contact True Connect. Um, so, um, yeah.
Right. That is correct. A few
Mhm.
months ago, I watched a video on Louis Farrakhan. It wasn't long. He wasn't trying to promote Democrat or Republican. He was just stating some facts that I've shared with you. Same thing. He said, "So you call yourself a Democrat? What they did for you?" He was along those lines, basically. He said, "You call
Yeah,
yourself
and
a Democrat,
actually, I like Farrakhan.
right?"
I've been to the Mosque Marion. It's on Stony Island
Hmm.
in Chicago, and it's a beautiful place. And I always go to his annual Savior's Day speech
Good.
that he gives us every year. And Farrakhan does tell the truth when it comes to black people, how we do not stick together, we don't invest into each other. Um, and so,
Right.
I
Yes.
consider him a good leader, giving
Yes.
a good message. But for
Yes.
some reason, they have decided they want to put this "he hate the Jews" uh,
Correct.
agenda on him.
Right. We in our race, we kind of into things like Michael Kors, the family of Michael Kors thanks us. Gucci, the family of Gucci thanks us. Louis Vuitton, the Vuitton family thanks us. And the family of Hennessy, the Hennessy family thanks us also. They really like us.
Well, yeah, and speaking of that Hennessy, the Kennedy family, they still get money off every alcoholic beverage that's sold.
Yeah.
That'll be going on from now on. I mean,
Yes.
they were actually bootleggers,
Yes, they
the
were.
Kennedys.
Kennedy's father was very
Yeah,
powerful man,
but
and his
they sold
great granddad.
bootleg alcohol.
Yeah.
But when it became legal, but the Kennedy family will always have money because we will always buy alcohol.
Yeah.
So there's your generational wealth, but we can't seem to get together and support each other.
And
Um,
a lot of other races they create generational wealth through insurance policies also. The ones that their kids can cash in when they get about 60 years old. $500,000, 400,000. I've seen it, 700 grand, depends on how you set it up. They do it a lot through insurance policies that's paid off by the time the kid gets 25 years old. And some
I
of them,
know, I
and some,
know.
and
And
some of
a
the
lot of their wealth does come from life insurance.
right,
They pay they'll be paying $300 and $400 a month in life insurance, And us, we like, we just gonna get enough to bury us, have a funeral, and that's it. That's all. But no, that is their big investment too, is life insurance. We
Yeah,
don't
we
want to
did.
pay
Right.
the price
Right.
of the premiums to get that type of insurance, but they do.
I've
It's
had
a,
different insurance reps that's on that level. Policy maybe $25 a month when the kid is real young, of course. And people still wouldn't do it. They won't do it. I don't know what it is. They just won't do it. But they'll go below $100 a month on alcohol and other things. But it's the truth. I've had the rep on my show, and it's amazing. The mindset, and that just what it is. But like I said on the Let's Talk Under the Tree podcast, we talk about everything. One of the topics we talked about is women that cheat. And the kind of format that I have, I can have an undisclosed caller call in, and she broke it down to the women, how they do it, when they do it, how to get away with it.
no, she wasn't out there telling our secrets, was she?
She sure
She
was.
told our women's secrets on when
Oh
we cheat.
yeah. Oh yeah. I did another show that is going to be aired.
Oh
It's going.
no,
It's going.
no,
It's going to be aired real soon.
no,
Yeah.
no.
She broke the code. Another show I did is going to be aired probably in about 2 weeks, called The Side Piece. Another woman came on here on the telephone. She told it all. The side piece. Yeah.
Well, now that I'm older, I don't want no married man.
Right.
You know.
Well, I mean, I don't judge.
But Robert Keller's, oh hey, uniquely made, I'm great. Hey, uniquely made, send me a email so we can get together and still do our cooking show.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Keller says, if you are a consumer of Hennessy and Moet, get some stock in LVMUY. At least you will be a owner of it. Well, I need to get some stock into this Fireball, this cinnamon whiskey, because that's my drink now. I haven't had any today. I went to church today. I'm gonna be a good. I'm gonna be a good girl today.
Good steward.
So, yeah.
Fireball is pretty smooth. I like Fireball.
You like Fireball?
It's pretty smooth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When I drank that, I drank it like a shot. I don't, sip on it. A shot here and there.
Yeah. Well, I buy it by the pint.
Mm-hmm.
Or sometimes I get the 4-packs and the little bottles and just drink that. But I really like it. And I've liked a lot of different drinks. I used to like Malibu rum, the blue gin. Used to do the Remy, the Hennessy. I like the Crown apples. I guess all of the flavored stuff. I always like sweet drinks. So.
Right. I did it. One of my favorite shows I did was Deadbeat Grandparents. We're always talking about deadbeat parents. He was talking about deadbeat grandparents that chooses favor with one grandchild, against the other. It happens.
Well, it's like this. I only have one son. Mm-hmm. I have one son, so he hasn't made me a grandmother yet. But my son was the first grandchild for like 10 years. So, of course, he was going to be the favorite because he was the first and the only one for so many years. And, I think when the daughters bring the babies home, that they sort of get more favored
Mm-hmm.
with the boy parents,
Mm-hmm.
um, because that's their daughter.
Of course.
hmm
How long have you been podcasting?
I've been doing podcasts for over a year. Well,
Yeah.
longer than that. Actually, when I have another channel that's under my name, Darlene April,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to go to the Baptist State Convention, and so I started off, airing our shows and doing some of our workshops on my YouTube channel because I would have to do praise and worship in the morning, and we would talk about different subjects. So that's how I got into the YouTube.
Okay, cool.
hmm
Yeah. I'm going to share a tip with you. Someone also asked me the name of my YouTube channel. It's called Let's Talk Under the Tree Podcast. Let's Talk Under
Yeah,
the Tree Podcast on YouTube. When you get into more podcasting, if you ever interview any celebrities, one of my most challenging celebrities was John Amos from Good Times. He was also on Coming to America Part 1 and 2. I had to really prepare for him because he's real shifty as far as he tried to put you in a box, like talk about maybe some things you don't want to really say. You have to be real smooth with him because he tried to get me and I just started laughing. I know what he was trying to do. Yeah, I had to really prepare for him.
and he was actually the reason why, and his attitude was the reason why the show Good Times ended.
That is correct because when me and him talked, he said that they also wanted him to play some parts that were negative among African American people. As far as the father, he didn't agree with JJ always wearing the chicken hat all the time either. And him and the show's creator, they parted ways. And remember the part when he played on Roots when he held the baby up in the air?
Yes.
He didn't like that either because they got into an argument because he said that night it was like about 20 degrees and he did not like that because the baby started shivering. He made them take the set real quick. Yeah, he didn't like that either. Yeah, he is what you see is what you get. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but I think that he because he did end up going to a top rated show,
yes, correct.
and he had a leading role in that show, and I think he did say the mistakes that he had learned from Good Times and Roots
Yes. Yes, he did.
helped
He yes,
prepare himself
yes.
for that role,
Yeah,
but I
yes.
think he still seems like he's a jerk.
Mhm. What he said that some of the things that he've done, it cost him some money. Yes. He said, is he proud of it? No. But some of the things he said he had to do the right thing and he couldn't stand for anything. But he said he did have a hot head back then and he was real young. I think he's around 83, 84 now, years old now. Yes. And Florida Evans was a lot older than him on the set. A lot of people don't know that. She had him by about 15 years.
Yeah, well, they were just mad, both of them, because
Mhm.
Jimmy Walker became the star of the show.
Yes, he did actually. That is true. When me and him talked, I seemed like I interviewed all of them back to back. That is correct. And I think Jimmy Walker's about 73 now, but he's actually very down to earth. He's something like the character that he played. Very down to earth and a nice dude. And he'll try to help you actually. Very nice guy. Yes, he's very
So,
nice.
see what I mean? Whereas, even though they were veteran actors
Right.
and nobody knew how the show would take off,
Yes.
but once, you know, Kid Dynamite, as
Yes.
we used to say,
Yep.
um, it became his show.
Yes.
I,
That
I,
is correct.
I don't know. I guess I don't know how I would feel if I was a seasoned actor and here comes a new kid on the block, and he's getting all of the attention. But I
Yes.
don't think he was even thinking it would take off that way.
Hmm.
But they couldn't even come to any type of agreements.
The agreement that was made, the show's creator, he killed. Well, his character was James. Killed him off. I think the show's creator name was Norman Lear, and he agreed to kill him off. I don't know if you remember that part of the show when
Remember when they killed them all?
yeah, that was part of the agreement. Killed him off. Yes, that was it.
Because he didn't want to be second or third in line. He thought he should have been number one.
Right.
So,
And
what do you think about the Fresh Prince with Will Smith and then what's her name? The lady. They finally made amends to each other.
I think it's not a bad thing. You know, they're older now. I think Will Smith's my age. He should be 52. And I don't think it's a bad thing. A lot of times, you know, you're younger back then. To the best of my knowledge, some of those shows were filmed about 30 years ago, something like that. So, you know, different mindset back then. And hey, I think that's a good thing. You know, you move on, you grow mentally, and you know, go from there.
And so, what do you think about today's shows on TV?
I don't really watch a lot of today's shows. It seems like it's not really creative. The creativity is a little different in the natural acting compared to some of the older actors from back in the days. They
Did you
have so
watch
many,
Empire?
a little bit. That wasn't too bad. Empire wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I like Empire.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, ABC has a new show called Queens,
Hmm.
and it's got Brandy and the lady that used to be on Power, and they showed two women kissing, and I'm like, oh damn, that now I had to get used to me, and now they showing the women, but okay, but it's
But check this out. I'm gonna make a little point real quick. Out of all the actors that I've interviewed, I always ask them this question: if you could work with someone or have worked with someone, an actor or an actress, who would you want to work with? Every last one of them said the same answer. Guess who that was? Take a guess.
Bill Cosby.
No, no, not him. It was Denzel Washington.
Oh, okay,
Every last one of them said the same thing.
yeah.
Right.
Ooh, and thank goodness Denzel Washington was was pretty great. You know, they haven't touched him yet. He
Hmm.
married a black woman.
Right.
You know, there has not been any scandals about Denzel Washington,
Correct.
right?
Right. Because they say Denzel can get off script and bring it back. You have to have that kind of mind, you know, because all actors forget a line or actresses, and you can bring it back and make something up.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Remember that line in the movie Training Day? King Kong ain't got nothing on me.
Uh huh.
He made that up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. And that was a great movie.
Right.
I like Training Day.
Because
It's
when I'm getting ready,
unfortunate, you know, he got an Oscar for
yes, he did.
that one, a bad police officer, but it was also a realistic show
Yes.
of just how police officers get down.
Hmm. I
Hey,
have.
Just V,
Yeah,
what's
I see.
going on?
I appreciate it. I
Hey,
have a.
I'm gonna tell you something,
Go ahead.
Mr. Weatherman.
Uh
Now you know you got to be special because usually I don't even show my face.
huh.
They'll tell you. So I guess I can say I'll be trying to do a little flirting on these interviews as well. So, um, you know, dress up a little bit, throw on a wig, and
That's a
you
blessing. You're
know,
still here. God bless you.
yeah, yeah.
Um, I'm going to be filming my short film in May called Sunrise. I'm going to be actually playing a detective looking for a drug dealer. And my mom is going to actually be in the movie, give her a little part while she's still living. I believe in that, you know, give her flowers when she's living. But I'm going to have to tell my mom and my family who's going to be invited to the set that I'm just acting. That's not me for real. Yeah, because they might think that's my actual character. Yes.
And can you now I know they were saying one of the features on StreamYard is you were supposed to have the same assets as being a host as well. Cause can't you comment?
I can comment. I haven't really played with that new thing that they have, but I heard I can. I use a podcasting mixer board. If I play some of my music, I play. You can hear it. You can hear that. I'm sure that's some of my intro music that I use. Yes, and I play that. Sometimes I play around, and I play that every now and then. Depends on what I'm doing. Yes.
Oh, okay. And you got some degrees behind there on the wall. I see.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm a member, a proud
Oh
member
yeah, I see everything. I'm nosy like that.
of Omega Sci-Fi Fraternity Incorporated.
Thank you, I am Queen.
Yeah.
Now what's that certificate in the back? What is that, or a degree, or what is it?
Yes. That's a member. Excuse me. That's a certificate from my fraternity, Omega Sci-Fi Fraternity. Some
Oh,
folks
okay.
call us Q dogs. You might hear that.
Okay.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm just a regular country boy from South Carolina. You might can hear the accent a little bit come out. Nothing fancy about me. Just put the work in that I was told and go from there. There's nothing fancy about me with all my success with film podcasts. I used to do talk radio. Um, remember one of my down to earth actors, and I'm gonna see if I can get you to interview him. Remember the movie New Jack City?
Yes.
Remember when Wesley Snipes killed his brother and say, "Am I my brother's keeper?" His name was the character he was
Mm-hmm.
playing was G Money. I don't know if you
Right.
remember. Yeah, I didn't know this. I actually interviewed the real G Money. Alan Payne was the actor, and he was actually portraying the character of the real G Money in that role.
Oh wow.
Yes, I didn't know that was a true story. That movie was a true story. He calls me all the time. He's very down to earth. They just down to earth people, just like me and you. We do this for a living, or whatever you do for a living, and they do what they do for a living. That's it. There's no difference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, behind the screen, they cuss, drink, just like everybody else. It's no different. They're just regular people.
Yeah. Have some of them made some wise investments with their money
Yes,
that you know of?
yes, they have. Yeah,
They
they
have.
all of them
Okay.
pretty good, and they get royalties. But some of the older actors probably haven't because it was a different time and era. We're a little more educated now, as far as the internet age, and you can read up on some things. You don't have to go to the library and how things like that. But yeah, they do pretty good with their money. Oh, matter of fact, I just remember, the movie The Matrix. Everybody know The
Mm-hmm.
Matrix. I'm going to tell you a fact. I didn't know it at the time. The lady who created the Matrix and the Terminator is black.
Yes, because she sued.
I just interviewed her about a month ago.
Yes, she sued and got
I,
her money for that.
yes, I just interviewed her about a month ago. That is correct. What
How much
happened?
did she receive in that settlement?
It's in the billions. I know they offered her $5 million, but she laughed at them because the movies that they were making was in the billions, and she didn't accept that. But what happened was prior to the movie, she's actually an author. She wrote the book about the Matrix and the Terminator. She wrote, a story amongst those things of what happened, in that film. And she was looking at the movie, and she said that's her work. It was exactly the same thing she wrote in the book when she was telling these stories. That's what happened. They used her books and stole the characters and the setup when she created it, and that's what
Oh
happened.
yeah, I'm gonna have to go to your channel and see that interview because
Right.
I remember hearing that
I
was a
didn't.
black woman
She
that
can talk.
wrote the
Yeah,
Matrix.
she can talk. So I try to keep my shows up under an hour because with her, I know she can blow. She can blow the trumpet. So everything I'm saying might not be in the interview, but it's on here right now. But that's what happened. She had to go all the way to federal court. Yes, it was something big. They stole it from her. Her name is Sophia Stewart. on Let's Talk Under the Tree podcast. Sophia Stewart, you see the interview on Let's Talk Under the Tree podcast. I also have a co-host on there with me also. He's on there with me. But yeah, that's a true story. Yeah, sure is. But you're gonna do well. Just keep grinding and pushing. That's all you got to do.
Oh yeah, I know. I know. Anything I put my mind to do, I know that I would do well.
Right.
I was taught I could be anything I want to be when I was a little child. So, but now I am a little older. I mean, I can't go be no ballerina now, but I can talk. I like to tell jokes.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm also on Instagram. It's theweather.man69. Theweather.man69 on Instagram. Just like how it sounds. The
Now
weather.
see if you can type that in the comments and see if it'll show up.
No, it won't show. I can type it in the private chat section.
Okay, what is it now?
It's the weather, THE, the weather, just like it sounds. .man69. The weather.man69.
Oh, what's up with the 69? I got a dirty man.
That's all right. That's the year I was born, actually.
The weather.man69.
Yes, the weather.man69 Instagram. Right. That's
okay, is there anything else you would like to say to the audience?
Thanks for coming on here and supporting me and the podcaster who invited me. And just keep pushing and stay safe from coronavirus. Wear your mask if you choose to do so. And I'm here.
Oh yeah, I got some of these new masks now. The K995.
Right.
Yeah.
I heard about those.
Right. And so I can actually breathe. This one has holes in it. I can actually breathe.
Good, because that other mask, what they call it, the N95.
You couldn't breathe in them. And then my glasses, they were fogging up. So. Right.
Yeah. But I appreciate you for having me, and it's a blessing that I was able to do it. I wasn't going to turn you down if you invited me. I don't.
Okay.
Nobody's never too small or too big. I give them. Hey, I had to start somewhere. Just like you. I was on the cell phone doing a podcast. One time the cell phone fell off the tripod. I picked it up, keep on going.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
But I appreciate you.
All right. Now, thank you for coming on. And I want to thank my subscribers and my supporters. I thank them all. They have these people have truly rocked with me for the past year.
That's right.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. It's all good.
All right. Thank you.
I appreciate everybody that was on here. Thank everyone.
And everyone, please subscribe to his channel.
Yes. Thank you. Let's Talk Under the Tree podcast on YouTube. And I appreciate everything.
Let's Talk Under the Tree podcast.
Yes.
Thank you all for joining me today. Everyone have a great day.
Yeah, you too. I'll stay on behind the scenes for a little bit. Want me to?
Okay.
Okay.
All right.